Hi, Ollie.
Hi.
What did you make of your side's performance tonight? The 10 changes you always said would be impossible to start the same 11 again. And the debutants, did you occur?
It took some time to get going, but after they scored, it looked like we dropped our shoulders, the nerves went, and we started playing, and we scored a fantastic goal. And I'm very pleased with the performance. Ahmad, very good. Elanga will surely remember this. Loads of enthusiasm. So very pleased with him.
Simon Stone.
Sorry, Ollie. Mason again looked excellent. He seems to have just found his form again.
Yeah, well, I think he's had his form for a long time. I think he's played really, really well. For a long spell, and today he looked, when he looks to his right and his left, and he's got Ahmad and Anthony next to him, two lads making their Premier League starts, debuts. He thinks he's got to be the main man and he's got to take responsibility, and he did. I thought his performance was very mature. It looked like a 29-year-old, not a 19-year-old.
Samuel Luckhurst.
Ole, you said to BT, I think it was, about the need to strengthen this squad now. I mean, I know you have the improvement meetings, but do you know pretty much the areas that you want to strengthen to get this squad into a place to possibly win the title next season?
Yeah, we've had that's a long process, and we know what we want to do. I think first of all, congratulations to Man City for winning the league. Very worthy champions. Got to hold our hands up and say that. But that's where we want to be, and we're not there yet. And they've put the bar where it is, and that's up to us now to take the next step.
Laurie Whitwell.
Just on the corner, was there any temptation to wait until after it had been taken to make the subs? Do you think that had any effect on Leicester scoring?
That's one of those golden rules, isn't it? That you don't make a change. But first of all, it wasn't a corner. It should have been a throw-in, and that's what bothers me more than anything else. And seems like I'm sulking again. But when it's a throw-in, it's a throw-in. It's not a corner. And that's, but we should have done better, of course. We know that, and disappointing when you lose a game to lose on a set play.
David McDonald.
Leicester are now within 4 points of you. You've always said that you want to see season-on-season progression. I know second place isn't where you want to be, but how important is it for you to beat Liverpool for obvious reasons on Thursday, but also to preserve that second spot that you've held for so long?
Well, after we lost a few points a few weeks ago, of course we set the target of getting to the final and being second, and we know that we need more points to get second position, so we need to make sure we're ready on Thursday, and we know it's going to be difficult, but we're ready for the challenge again, and then after that we still got 2 more games, so hopefully we can get the points we need.
Jim Conlon.
Hi Ole, we saw Alex Telles play there tonight, and I suppose Alex hasn't got much opportunities this season given the performances of Luke Shaw. I suppose for Alex, has he been knocking at your door demanding that he gets the game to show what he can do ahead of the Europa League final? Has it been frustrating for him this season?
I think anyone who doesn't play as much as they'd like would be frustrated and disappointed. Alex is a very good lad. I've had conversations with him, of course. He knows that when you're at Man United, you're challenged with against the best for a place, and Luke has had a fantastic season, and he's kept fit for longer. But Alex, whenever he's played, he's done really well. So, and I was really pleased with him today. You could see his experience out there next to, or in behind Anthony. It was important for Anthony to have Alex behind him to help him.
Rob Dawson.
Hi, Ollie. Did you see a different side of Mason tonight? Because obviously he's still very young, but in terms of first appearances this season, he was one of the more experienced ones. Did you see a different side of him wanting to be a leader and to be inspiration to the younger players?
You saw some definite leadership in the way that he had to take responsibility. He knows that. He knows, he's got Ahmad and Anthony next to him, and he looks at them and he thinks, well, I've got 100 games here, so I need to help them, which is a great. Well, he did really well considering his age. But he's still got 100 games, so he's got loads of experience, and the way he took that responsibility tonight, I was really pleased with. And that's maybe not as easy when you got Bruno, Paul, Marcus, Edinson next to you, which is natural. But still, I want him
All
to.
staff, the red,
Sorry.
amber and green zones are now no longer in effect. Thank you.
Yeah, go again. I still want him to take that responsibility when he plays, because no matter how old you are, if you believe in yourself and trust yourself and you think that's the right decision, you make that decision. And he did that tonight, and I still want him to do that on Thursday when he plays with the more experienced ones.
Last question in this section for Gary Cotterill.
Ollie, thanks for your time. You might want to avoid the Etihad on the way home. There's a banner at the very least been unfurled. Does it hurt that because of your result they win the title? That it'll hurt the fans? Does it hurt the players and you? Obviously you're United through and through.
Of course, it's not the position we want to be in, but the realistic and the sensible answer is that we've pushed them. We've pushed them until the last 10-12 days of the season. They have been lauded, and rightly so, as one of the best teams that have been in the Premier League. They've put the bar or they've shown that where the bar is. Want to congratulate Pep and the team, of course. But that's where we're at, and we've got to be big enough to hold our hands up. I don't mind doing that, but we know that we want to get there, and that's the next step we have to make. And hopefully we can come together as a team and a club, and we push next season.